Hello, this is Tip Top Gaming here today with another MTG Arena video. Now today I'm playing like a wolf, tribal deck, using Tulsamir and Garruk as the primary engine for that deck. And so why don't we just take a look at how that deck does. So I threw in some ramp, wolves, and Garruk, and that's pretty much it. And we see what kind of happens here. So I start off with a nice mana ramper into Arlen's Wolf, which gets us some defenders against this crazy artifact deck. Now I decide to trade because I know that unblockable cards can be really insane. And currently I have the mana open to ambush them with Nightback Ambusher and kill one of their valuable creatures. So I do that, and he survives, which is really nice. That card is very awesome. If you guys don't know what he does, if you don't cast a spell during your turn, you get to create a wolf, and then all wolves get +1/+1. So I just created a 4/4 wolf. Because it gets the +1/+1, and it's very powerful as well. It has flash, so it encourages you to play flash cards. However, it's also just really good in a wolf deck. So then I play this, and now we have a bunch of wolves, and we have a nice line to defend against their really big creatures that, of course, are getting 2 bigger every turn thanks to Steel Overseer. Now, Chamber Guarding is terrifying, because like he just did, you can tap it and remove counters to then blast things. So I decided to chump block there, because, well, the 0/1 isn't being very useful. But then I can bring out Garruk and I kill one of the 6/6s, because the way I kill things is with Tulsamir, which you see in my hand, which I'll probably play next turn, and that's by having the wolves fight things. So when the things I'm trying to have be fought are way too big, it's really hard for the deck. So Garruk is one of the key ways that I get around that. So he's gonna actually blast Garruk out of the sky, which is very sad. Garruk's fun, but I get to play Tulsamir, which is also fun, and I kill his blasting machine because he can just keep putting counters on it. Of course, though, he gets that stupid card that lets him look at the top card of his library and cast if it's colorless, so that's dumb. And so he basically doesn't have a hand anymore unless he hits a land. And yeah, actually, I don't know if you can play lands off of that. I don't know the exact wording on it, but he basically now doesn't have a hand, and so he's out basically drawing me. He's gonna soon have the same amount of cards in hand, actually in hand as I, but he can do things. And yeah. However, I do have Tulsamir, which, while she does let me fight things, she also does one other thing, which is heal me. Now, if you notice, I go down to all the way to 8 life, but I create a wolf, which heals me 3. I get to play Arlen's Wolf, which heals me 3, and then I get to play Arlen's Wolf, which heals me 3, and I'm back up to 17. So, not only is the fighting very valuable, that 3 life saves me. Now, he plays Emery, which is terrifying, because he can tap Emery, of course, to play an artifact from his graveyard, which everything has been. All of those things that tap to put counters on everything, those are in his graveyard. The Chamber Sentries are in his graveyard, and he doesn't even need it, because he sacrificed the egg to get the last color he needs in order to resurrect Chamber Guardian. However, luckily, I'm able to create a wolf with Arlen and kill Emery, so he doesn't get to untap with it. And right now, my defense is looking very weak compared to their 6/8. But of course, he plays that stupid, oh my god, innovation card. And so he gets another Emery. And so here's something awesome. I don't pull a wolf, but I pull Icon of Ancestry. Then I pull a wolf from that, and I get a shock land. I shock that in, and I get to then attack with it. So I had just the right amount of mana. I mean, I had 1 extra, but that's crazy to think about, the fact that I was able to play the Icon, pull something, activate the Icon, so that's 6 mana right there, and then play the card. So we got really lucky there. Now, you might be I do that again. Now, you might be wondering, why don't I flash this in on their turn? I don't want them to be able to untap with Emery, so I do it on my turn. That's the main reason for it. Now, he destroys it, so he can play all the cards in his hands, that one evil card, which for some reason is escaping me, the name of it. But it's annoying, and it is a lot of times in mono-red decks. However, while this deck was annoying, I did enjoy playing against something that was different. Now, at this point, I don't have to actually cast anything every turn, and I'm going to start getting wolves that can start fighting things. So, every turn, I gain 3 life, I get to kill one of his 1/1s, and I get a chump blocker for his 6/8. So, this is pretty good. I can chump block with the 4/4, and I'm the amount of damage I'm taking is being reduced every turn because I get to attack. Now, what happens is he realizes he's defeated, and I keep saying good game to him because, well, it is a good game, and that's the end of the game. So that's how the deck is meant to work. With all of its pieces together, it works really well. Why don't we take a look at this game? Now, I decided to keep this hand because Nightpack Ambusher. I believe I keep this hand because of Nightpack Ambusher. Yes, and I shouldn't take that forest, but I do anyways, because I have the Leafkin Druid. But either way, I play the Leafkin Druid. Next turn, I will play the Forest and then flash in the Night Pack Ambusher. And so that way I can kill something, because they think, oh, he only has 0-3. Now, I decide to flash it in before combat, so he can't take it out of my hand, and he takes out the Saddle, which, luckily, he didn't do that a turn later, because if he did, he'd be getting Garruk, which is a much sadder loss for us. However, right now, we have a nice creature board state out, and currently our board state's better than his, and then he gives it Death Touch, which is kind of irritating. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. So, I have a bunch of creatures I could just block with a wolf. He bounces back to hand, which kills it, which is obnoxious, and it increases the power of his guy. Now, what happens is I play Garruk, and I put out 2 3/3s, because they can chump block the 5/5, obviously. And so he kills my 4/4, which is obnoxious, because now that depowers everything, and I create 2 more wolves. And what happens? So he's looking really strong. He has a 9/9 Death Touch. All he needs is, like, something to make it unblockable or something. But what he decides is, oh no, Garruk is terrifying, so I'm going to attack him. And this is where he made his mistake. I blocked with all of the wolves plus an additional one to kill it. Now you might be wondering, why did I do this? Well, he also does that for some reason. It still dies. I gave enough stuff, but it boosts Garruk through the roof, and I'm able to ultimate with him, giving everything +3/+3 in trample, and then he concedes after he realizes what he did. Alright, on to the next game. This deck is so much fun. Again, I'll leave a deck list in the description down below. Which, yeah, it's really fun. So there's a Night Pack Ambusher, which are really fun. Now, I do need lands, and I was a little bit greedy taking that. But let's see what happens. So I do manage to get my land drop, and I get the Arlen's Wolf out, which should be able to block the 1/1. Now, I get these... There's this guy. He keeps hitting me for 1 every turn. That's so annoying. Oh, now he's hitting me for 2 every turn. This is even more annoying. Now, I flash that in, block that. Wow, this is going fast. Yeah, so I played a lot of games with this deck, and my opponents were playing fairly so. So this is actually 400%. Normally, I only, like, double the speed, but... So this guy is letting things through. Really, like, he let things through that I don't think I would let through. Now, at this point, I'm creating 2 wolves every turn minimum. And he's actually blocking things now that he realizes he's in danger. So he's trying to figure out how to block. And so I get him down to 9 life. And then I play Arlen, which would then allow my Wolf Center with an additional +1/+1 counter. But then he forces me to sacrifice it. I get Icon of Ancestry, renaming Wolf, and boom, everything's so strong he concedes. So I don't think I would have done that. I would have seen if I could have dragged it out, because I was taking 2 damage every turn. But yeah, that is the deck. This game, those games were so much fun. It wasn't control heavy. It's just creatures. And, I mean, it is a little bit controlling when you get Tolzamir out. I can kill that with that and that and that, which is fun. I will leave the deck list in the description. Again, the deck list, I'm sure it could probably be refined a little bit, but I pretty much just typed Wolf in and threw in a bunch of Wolf cards. And, yeah, it worked really well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!